If you're running a small business, I know how hard it is to actually stay on top of social media content. You know you need to turn up, but pretty much you always hit the same roadblock is you'll do it later. Later comes around and you never actually post. I'm going to show you exactly how you can make this entire process 100 times easier using Claude Cowork, and let's jump straight into it. As you can see here, you have the footage, you just never turn it into anything. And this is something that so many small business owners do. And as I said, it just sits there, never produces, never goes anywhere. The drain here is footage that dies in a folder. You create, you save it on your phone. It's more than likely there for the next week. And if you do come along to try and use it, you probably can't even find where it actually is anymore. The big question is, why do most owners fail and feel stuck at this? Well, it's a simple and straightforward. You have the footage recorded, you just never turn it into anything. And it's not because you're lazy, it's because you're just overwhelmed and the amount of work that actually has to be done. Again, you're running your own business, you're in charge of marketing, you're in charge of sales, you're in charge of customer service, you're in charge of everything. It's hard to stay on top of it all. The big problem here is, as I said, you record your footage, it pretty much dies in your folder on your phone. So you've set it up, you've recorded in your phone, you forget to post it because something else needed to be done. What ends up happening then is you end up staring at a blank page every single day because you know you need to create content, you know you need to post something, you know you need to be online and be active on social media. More than likely what happens then is you jump on over to ChatGPT and you pretty much ask it, give me a post today. It'll do for today because I just need to get something out today. And I know straight away when I said that, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, this is exactly me. Uh, this is the big problem. What ends up giving you is AI, and why you think AI is probably not great or rubbish is because the content it's giving you is absolutely rubbish. It has no context, no understanding about your business. You just asked a random stranger to make a post about my business. It doesn't know anything about you, and this is what we're going to fix. For this entire setup, what we're going to use is Claude Cowork, and I think this is one of the easiest ways you can actually go about setting up an AI employee for your business. Now, on that note, if you're still curious and want to learn more about AI, you can look at joining the Claude Cowork for Small Business or AI Marketing Hub, where it pretty much has a 7-day free trial, and on top of that we have a 7-day challenge that at the end of it you're going to have your own AI employee built for your business. It's going to be a massive advantage to your business, and it's completely set up and branded and guided towards your content, your material, not anything else. So again, great way to kind of get started in this. So now that we have that out of the way on Claude Cowork, one of the key things to do with this is always set it up with a folder in mind. A folder structure is key because it needs to understand about your business. So as you can see here, I have it already set. This is my marketing OS system. I have everything about my business built into this folder. The reason I have it like this is just it keeps everything there for the business in terms of skills, processes, tasks, everything like that. This also has access to one of the most important folders that you need for your business, asset folder. So you can see here I'm in the assets folder, and in this I have b-roll videos, headshots, icons, logos. The key reason for doing this is because it allows you to kind of set up folder structure, and this can become your dumping ground for images that you take, for b-roll videos you take of your business, whatever the case is. So again, simple and straightforward to do this. You have your Claude Cowork set up, you add information about it, and pretty much you're almost 90% of the way there to getting this entire process streamlined. So what I'm going to do here is I have this already set up. So I've asked Claude just to make sure it had access to it. It can see the latest B-roll videos that I have in here. And just to confirm it, if we jump into the B-roll videos here, you can see these are all the versions I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it to create B-roll for these two. And in terms of the content I want on it, I record YouTube videos. So for you, you might have maybe an idea, you might have a class on today that you want to promote, or you might have something about your business you can briefly explain. That's all you're doing here. So you can see here I asked it, has it got the latest SRT file? So that's just my transcript from my video that I made yesterday. And I can see here it has this transcript, small business real estate AI app AI. So this is going to be used to actually create my b-roll overlay images. And yeah, as I said, it's simple enough. I drop the image in, and from there it's just pretty much prompting and telling it to make it. So all I've done here is I've pretty much told it, can you make 2 b-roll videos using the small business real estate AI SRT? Make sure to use the 2 b-roll clips that I have marked with Wayne and River. And again, you can see them here. I just title them like this. It just makes it easier for AI to understand the context of what the actual b-roll is. For you, you might record this inside your work. It could be a process of something being made. Just give it a quick, I suppose, title of explaining what it is. It's going to understand what happens. Again, Once you have this done, it is a lot easier to be sitting down in the evening time and pretty much telling Claude, can you create some of my content on the B-roll or the videos I have in my asset folders. Again, this is going to work for images, and what's going to happen then is you can sit there, you can maybe sit down like at this moment, maybe watching the World Cup, and then turn around and have all your content being generated for you while you relax. So I'm just going to click enter here. It may ask me a few more questions. You can see here that I already invoked the actual B-roll overlay skill, so it knows what it's doing. It's not a case of it's going to come back with something and it's like, okay, what do I need? Do you want this or that? It has an idea of what I've already been used because I use this regularly. And once you have this skill again, and again, if you want the skill, it's inside the community, but it just makes this entire process so much easier. So while that's working through it, you can see here it has a few different steps to do. What I want to do again is jump over here and pretty much what's happening here in the background. So I've told Claude about the clip. You can see I've mentioned about the way in the river. I've asked it for a post in plain English. Again, the context here is going to be from my actual video that I created. For you, this is what I would always recommend, is if you have information that you want to explain it, because that's going to give it context. If not, it's still going to be able to draw an overall what's your tone, what you do, what your information is, because at least then what's going to happen is going to have AI text, but because you've recorded something, you've created something, it's going to look a lot more like you did it, not just AI randomly generated something for it. It's going to get a caption that fits your business. It's then going to review and tweak and pretty much see is it ready. And once it's ready, the big shift I suppose here is you've gone from footage sitting in a folder to posts, and that's the key thing. You get rid of that entire, I suppose, roadblock that you originally had of sitting there recording your content, being brilliant recording it, but then it's just been wasted. At least with this setup is you record, it gets put into your folder. You know, then you might have 10 of these ready over the next 2 or 3 days. You can turn around then to Claude and say, right, I have 10 of these. I want you to create all 10 posts for me, the B-roll overlay, and put whatever the information you want on it. Let's say you're promoting a new product, you might have an offer coming up, a sales thing. Again, you could push that and use that information for it. So as I said, we move away from this mindset. Clips pile up, nothing post. You film, your footage sits there, blank, wins, week pass, and then pretty much it's still not there. The new way is you have one folder, you ask it once, and pretty much you get a finished post. For me, this has saved me about, in general on content each week, it saved me about 15 hours per week, and this is allowing me to be pretty much active on almost every single social media platform. This is what's given me the time to actually post YouTube videos every single day. On top of that, I post 2 or 3 shorts every single day for YouTube, and as I said, it's the ability that you have access to doing this. Okay, so that took about, I would say, about 4 minutes in total to make. We have everything finished here. We have the 2 B-roll things done. So what I'm going to do here is just quickly open up the folder and we jump in here. You can see I've had these added to my schedule folder. So inside of here is all my content that I'm ready to schedule out. All I have to do is press a button and it schedules. So you can see up here, B-roll, we have 2 different versions created. So you can see it's done it perfectly. Overlay, as I said, if you're doing this yourself, yeah, as I said, yes, you can do it for Instagram. You can do it by manually editing it all. But the problem here is not the fact that it only takes a couple of minutes to do it on your phone. The fact is, most people and most businesses, what they do is they only think of it when it's too late, and when they realize then it's kind of, oh crap, I need to post a piece of content, then they go scrambling. So by this method, it allows you to build up an entire backlog, I suppose, of content that you have ready here to go. So again, I talked about this was obviously real estate. Buyers don't buy the house, they buy the area. 71% pay more for community feel, 50% for the schools. Sell location, not the 4 walls. So again, this focus of that video was on real estate industry, and you can see straight away what it's given me. Also, what it's given me is a full breakdown of the captions. So if I quickly see, can I get this to open in Notepad, hopefully? So you can see here, I have the captions are done. So I have a LinkedIn caption ready to go. We have an Instagram ready to go, and TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts if I wanted it. Now, this has saved me so much time, because now all I have to do is pretty much tell it to schedule the content, and it's going to schedule the content for me. It's done and dusted. As I said, it couldn't be any easier for you to pretty much build it out. And if we just look at the other one was created as well. So you can obviously see there that I decided to record myself 2 or 3 times in the one day. But again, as I said, everything is ready to go. So the context is perfect. You could change this if you wanted it. So as part of the skill, you could change the background, the overlay a little bit, the text if you want a different text. If you want an icon to appear on it, you can get an icon to appear on it. It just gives you so much more control. And as I said, just streamlines the entire process. So if you're working in a business, I suppose the recap here is if you're working in a business and it's something that you're kind of have a lot of opportunities to take pictures, take video of, then as I said, it's a massive chance to kind of create this kind of content. Um, One, it feels a lot more natural, a lot more personal. It doesn't feel like AI. AI just done the work behind the scenes for you. And once you set this up and it can run on a daily schedule using Cloud Cowork, and pretty much it can do it every day for you. So now you don't really have to worry about it. Your task is take a picture, record something, and upload it, and it's ready to go. So look, I want to leave it there. Again, if you're interested in joining the community, let me know in the comments, or the link should be below or pinned in the comments somewhere as well. And as I said, it's a free 7-day trial. So you can come in, build your AI employee, and from there, you're pretty much good to go.